season also means that the tree, by covenant operations, is supposed to yield fruits to you. So if you plant mango, it's supposed to, at the right time, sir, it's supposed to yield to you. It's covenant. It has nothing to do with the greenhouse effect or the issues that has to do with climate issues. It has nothing to do with that. As long as you are a covenant operator, the land will yield to you. The tree will yield to you. What else is there? The rain will yield to you. The circumstances and conditions will obey a man of covenant. But unfortunately, we are so educated and very wise these days that many of us have written our own Bible and created our own covenants, and then you are expecting God to respect the one you have done. Let's read up. Verse 4. It says, verse 5. Your crops will be so plentiful that you'll still be harvesting grain when it is time to pick grapes. It says, and you'll still be picking grapes when it is time to plant grain. It says you have all that you want to eat, and you will live in safety in your land. This is what God will do if you do your part. In other words, congratulations and welcome will meet together. Are you here? What he means is this, that when you plant, you won't have a period of lack and scarcity. You will still be eating what you had last year. The next harvest will meet the next planting season in your hand. So, like I said, it's not subject to any economy. It is a guarantee for operators of covenant. Not those who have created their own gods, written their own Bibles, and tell all of us to damn the consequences. God said, okay, since you have written your own, this is not covenant I signed with Abraham. The one I signed with Abraham is the one I'm reading now. Let's read on. Let's read on. I will give you peace in your land. You can sleep without being afraid of anyone. I will get rid of dangerous animals in the land, and there will be no more war there. So you can live in heaven while you're here. Give me the next one. You will be victorious over your enemies. Yes. 5 of you will be able to defeat 100. 100 will be able to defeat 10,000. Let me tell you what it is. What it means is that a labor that 100 people do, 5 of you gather together, your harvest will be like it was 100 people that did it. It's covenant too. It's the covenant. The next one. The next verse. I will bless you and give you many children. I will keep my part of the covenant that I made. I will keep my part. The next verse. Your harvest will be so plentiful that it will last for a year. And even then you have to throw away what is left of the old harvest to make room for the new covenant. Move on. I will live among you in my sacred tent. I will never turn away from you. I will be with you. I will be your God and you will be my people. Yes? I, the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, he's signing his signature on the covenant so that you will no longer be slaves. I broke the power that held you down. I let you walk with your head high up. This is his signature. The Lord said, the Lord said, I will not obey my commands. If you will not obey my commands, you go collect. You go collect woto. Let's find out what he's saying here now. If you refuse to obey my commands, my laws and my commands, and break the covenant I have made with you, this covenant was made with your father Abraham, I will punish you. I will bring disaster on you. Incurable diseases and fever that will make you blind and cause your life to waste away. You will plant your crops, but it will do you no good because your enemies will conquer you and eat what you have grown. Read on. It is not a question of God forbid. It's not a question. It doesn't answer to God. It doesn't answer to I reject it in Jesus' name. It is like little Judah who runs. He's playing. He goes to put his hands on the fire. And then he's crying, he said, Mommy, you burnt me with fire. No, nobody burnt you with fire. So let's read it on. I will turn against you so that you be defeated. Welcome everyone to Let's Chat, an inner healing and transformation program of Living Your Dreams initiative, where we're talking about issues that has to do with your inner life, your trauma, brokenness, pain, injuries, marriage and family conflict, personality disorder, and on and on and on. You're welcome, Adeswa. You are waiting for us. Kunle, so good to see you. It's so good to know that you join us. Adeswa, you always have this encouragement where we are here, you come on immediately. Joining me today is the program coordinator of Living Your Dreams initiative. And since his organization is always talking about the family, it's good that we have him on today. And we're also going to have him next week. He needs to tell us who he is, what he does, and then because his work demands pressure. His work demands pressure. So how do you handle pressure? So we welcome everyone joining us on Facebook, and this matter you must also comment. We want to hear what you have to say. Baba Tunde, you're welcome. Adeswa Mona Lisa Ozamere, you're welcome. Joyana Bulele, Kunle Juni, you're welcome. All our friends. We do hope and believe that the network will not be challenging this very day. So I welcome again to this our great broadcast, the program coordinator of Living Your Dreams and Secure the Future initiative, Derek Imoho.
Thank you very much, Ma. Shalom, everyone. So good to be here. Thank you, Ma, for having me. It's good to be sitting on set with my mother and also the executive director of Living Your Dream and Secure the Future initiative.
Don't drag me there. Don't drag me there today.
Thank you, and welcome everybody. And we'll be having a beautiful conversation this evening. And the topic is help. I'm under pressure. Like my mother said, my name is Derek Moore, and I coordinate program with Living Your Dream initiative, and that requires I'll just quickly highlight three of our thematic focus, which is child protection for vulnerable, abandoned, and neglected children, which includes street children. Healing for those who have experienced different kinds of trauma, and we have women empowerment, and that empowerment covers social empowerment, digital empowerment, and emotional empowerment too. So that is a synopsis of our thematic area, but our services are far deeper than just these thematic areas. It were in the course of doing our work, which is a child protection, we get to meet with street children weekly. And in fact, April 12th is International Day for Street Children, and we have an initiative we are trying to organize to that effect with the team Belonging. So meeting them every week.
Okay, so they're asking for volume.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me better, right? So meeting them every week, I'll wait to see is the volume better now?
Josie, confirm for us. Maranatha, confirm for us if the volume is better. If you're joining us, we are here with the program coordinator of Living Your Dreams and Secure the Future initiative, Derek Imoho. His job demands a lot of pressure. He's a pastor, he's a program director of 2 different organizations, and he's constantly interfacing. Okay, it's okay now. So we're going to jump in, and we also want to find out, are you under pressure? How do you handle your own pressure? So let's go back to PD. We call him PD. Okay, so the volume is better. Thank you, Baba Tunde. And don't forget to share, to let your friends know that we are here to talk about what matters. PD, so let's talk about pressure.
Okay. Yeah, Pressure is a psychosocial weight that is upon a person, directly or indirectly. Get it? It's a psychosocial weight that is upon a person, directly or indirectly, which is coming from a feeling or an assumption that I'm not where I should be. I don't have what I should have. I don't control what I should be controlling. I don't belong to the kind of people, the class of people I should belong to. I don't have the means I should have. I'm not as endowed or as gifted as I should be. So it could be self-imposed, or it could be self-imposed, or it could be in collaboration with society, family, but the person who is under pressure is has is contributing to the pressure. If, for example, society is putting pressure on you, to not be pressure until you are collaborating with that pressure.
Wow. Say that again.
Yeah, if society, family is putting pressure on you. For example, let's say marriage, for example, they are putting pressure anytime you come around. You have not gotten married. You have not gotten married. It will not be pressure until you are collaborating, buying that weight they are putting on you. But somebody else could be hearing that thing and that is not. But that is there. So you have to if society, external source is putting pressure on you, and you collaborate while accepting and feeling that weight, that is the one that is not self-imposed. But another one could be that you just sit down and you are feeling you are not where you should be. You don't have what you should have. Nobody has directly said anything to you, but you just have this thing that I've not come to arrive at. I don't have the means, I don't belong to the big boys, without anybody telling you that you don't belong to the big boys. And that itself is self-imposed pressure.
Whoa.
Basically.
Whoa.
Yes.
So you can impose pressure on yourself.
Yes.
And society can also bring it to you.
Yes, and you collaborate with them.
How many people joining us today are under pressure? You heard what he says. It says it's psychological weight. So it's not just that people put pressure on you. You can also put pressure on yourself. If you are joining us, or you're going to join us after this time out, are you under pressure? What kind of pressure? From what we are learning now, Instagram will welcome you. I didn't remember to welcome you. If you are under pressure, let's ask you, what kind of pressure do you think you are under? Self-imposed or societal imposed? Let's go back to PD. How do you, I'm learning just listening to you, how do we now manage these two kinds of pressure? Let's begin from self-imposed.
Okay, the self-imposed pressure, which is coming from a sense and a feeling that I'm not controlling the things I should control. Let's use this balance. My mate don't leave me. I scored the corn live. Am I a table? You know, we jokingly say, am I a table? Am I a firewood? You know, yes, it's a joke, but some people really take it far and say, I scored this person corn live. So those pressure coming upon you will make you, first of all, act in a particular way. Either you withdraw, you start withdrawing, you don't show up when people should show up.
Come on.
Yes, people become withdrawn. They could be timid. They are not confident enough to express themselves. When they are talking about Old Boys Association, they disappear from the scene because they have not arrived. Another way people do that pressure is that they are overly loud. Overly loud to be able to make a statement. They have appeared, but they want you to know they have appeared. They enter the room, everybody must know they enter the room. The moment you enter the room, there's a human being in the room, but people want to make that effort. So it could be extreme of being overly loud, overly withdrawn, as it were. And you have this pressure also that you have it in the fashion industry, where people feel that some they are not as gifted. We are seeing it in the cosmetics, where you have all this surgery coming up. I'm not as curvy as this person. I'm not as this, as this. So you see people trying to enhance what they have, what was given to them, feeling that it wasn't enough originally. So how do we handle pressure?
PD, hold on. So pressure can make someone to be overly loud.
Yes, pressure can make. You know, particularly in this part of Nigeria, there's this thing that say, okay, Nigeria people, they could be very out there, aggressive. then in this place, the aggression is just at another level. Nobody wants to give anybody chance. In the slang, not grip for anybody. I think the not grip for anybody, even before it became a slang, it became it has been long in this place. Everybody wants to intimidate everybody and not come carry last. It's so if you are too calm, it's taken like you're a weak guy. So people, this is kind of an underlying factor for cultism. People don't want to be perceived as weak. You know, back in school then, going to lesson, when you come, the girls are there. You don't want to be perceived by the girls as a weak guy. So you want to be among the guys that have doings. So that puts pressure on you to be overly loud, overly present. So people express it as trying to pursue overly fine boy or overly fine girl. There are different ways this thing shows up, as it were, being under pressure, as it were. They are just diverse expression of it.
PD, do you know, when I remember I couldn't pass my exams, when you were talking about pressure, saying the person withdrew, as you were saying that, I remember that for whatever it was, I didn't even know why I couldn't pass. I was an intelligent human being. I was failing back to back. So then I was in St. Anthony Catholic Church in Aba. I will go for evening mass. And that evening mass, I will stay at the back. Immediately, Father Lawano, Miss August, so that my mates who were in school, who will finish secondary school together, will not see me. It is now that you're talking that I realized that I was under pressure. God help me. Now, how do we manage? You know, for those of us who are women, we have pressure that our mates are married and we're not married and my biological clock is ticking. So, I don't know whether you have working with the NGO sector. Have you seen things like that? I know you do counseling as well. Have you seen things like that? And how do you think we should manage pressure?
Okay, it's said that godliness and contentment is being great gain. We brought nothing to this world and we take nothing out of this world. We have food and clothing, that is just enough. I just quoted 1 Timothy 6:6. The implication of being under pressure is such that we miss out of the moment. We are present, but we are missing out of the moment because we are worried about what we do not have.
We are present,
but we are missing out of the moment. So even the few times you are present in a place, maybe you go for a passport, for example, I'm sitting there but I'm absent because my mind is working what I don't have, what I'm missing, I need to meet it. Maybe I don't believe in because I am body them I am not in the present. So dealing with the issue of pressure, first of all, we need to be able to accept the moment and live in the moment. We need to accept the moment and live in the moment. All right? Because it's the moment that we have. We don't have the tomorrow, as it were. Tomorrow has not come. We are in the now. Yes, that does not mean we should be complacent, but we cannot afford to be so focused on tomorrow and be missing in today.
Whoa.
So it's to be able to look at today, and that's why I said godliness and contentment. I should be contented with the gift of today while I'm aspiring for a better tomorrow.
There's a question for you. This guy is he has to be on this program again. This guy is blowing everything. Someone said I couldn't hear half of what you said, sir. Someone said, okay, can you hear us? Instagram says I couldn't hear half of what you said. He said he was blasting everywhere. PD, there's a question for you. What of pressure from family people trying to help, or they think they are trying to help? There are two questions. The first one, let's start from the first one. What about those who are calm and gentle without the I know gree attitude? How do we overcome society pressure?
Okay, those who are calm and gentle.
And gentle without the I know gree attitude. How do we overcome societal pressure?
Yeah, it depends on what we are talking about, calm and gentle. Some people, they are being calm and gentle is actually being withdrawn from the activities of life, if that's what you are talking about, because there's nothing wrong with being calm and gentle. We should be calm and gentle, and sometimes even people who are not people who are calm and gentle, sometimes they once in a while you see them come out of that mood we know them to be. However, if your calm and gentleness is as a result of timidity, insufficiency, lack of I'm not good enough. Now you know that you are not calm and gentle is because you feel you don't have. Because the day you have, your calm and gentle will flip. You no longer be calm and gentle. But if naturally you are a calm and gentle person, it's a different ball game entirely. So I needed to clarify that maybe you cannot repass the question, because I'm saying if you're calm and gentle, it's because you do not have.
You know, PD just kicked this ball to me, just gave it to me. Thank you so much. What happens in life is this: when people have gone through some kind of experiences, you should never allow the experience turn you into who you are not. The moment an experience, an event, or someone's behavior, a happening somewhere turns you into who you are not, you are passing, you have been broken by something. And that brokenness demands that you do two things. Either you go through mind renewal that comes from meditation of the Word of God, or you go for a therapy. You submit yourself for an inner healing therapy. I'm happy that he brought up. PD, there's another question for you from there. He says, Shalom, PD. I have a question. Oh dear. Okay, so while they are trying to get the question, that question came from Tamara. Please scroll up a little bit. Is it possible for it? Okay, can you scroll up, please? Shalom, Mommy and PD. I have a question. Please, is it possible for me to be under self-imposed pressure without knowing? Is it possible?
Yes, it's very possible to be under self-imposed pressure without knowing, in the sense that you have lost the awareness that you're under pressure, but you're under pressure. You know, you have lost that awareness. You are not living with it as a way of life. Because then that is why this conversation will have to make people sit down and review. For everything I'm aspiring for and the dissatisfaction I have within now, is it out of pressure? Is it out of pressure of I'm not where my peers are? I don't have the amount of control I feel I should have. I don't have the amount of clothes to make status statement. Is it my complaint about my wardrobe, my complaint about my body? Is it because I feel that I have not arrived at what A, B, C has? That is why I'm having this discontent, dissatisfaction. Or is it coming from the point of the view of I am more than this? I am more than this. There's more to the amount of expression I'm giving. And the motive behind the expression is not because I want to fall among the celebrity. It's just because I feel that there's more to me. I need to be more relevant. Not because I need to be more known. Not because I need to be more accepted. I have more to offer. I need to serve more. What I'm doing now, I'm doing it for 20 people. I have capacity to do it for 100 people. I can push more resources. We attend to about 30, 40 street children every first day of the week. Looking back, we can come and we are telling ourselves that 30, 40 over a period of years is good, but there's more to what we can do. This is not in comparison to what anybody is doing in terms of street children programming. This is not what in terms of comparison with what anybody is doing in terms of inner healing. We're just saying that we have capacity for more. Let's go for it. It's different from my neighborness or my competitor.
I have another question for you. What of pressure from family people trying to help, or they think they are trying to help? Let's start. Pressure from parents pushing responsibility of taking care of the younger siblings to the older siblings. What do you have to do about? What do you have to say about that?
We always have that pressure. I remember growing up. I grew up with my auntie. I remember one day, my auntie's husband, Thank you so much. Mom, if you're watching, thank you so much. I remember one day after back and forth home and everything, the husband called me one day, say, I heard you're having a back and forth with your father again and again. Stop, I will send you to school. He said that one early morning in December. Then in January, the person who said was going to send me to school died.
Oh my God.
Right? So the question with that was, what else? What next? You know, that itself was pressure. What next?
So tell me, how did you take it? I've never heard this story, really. How you say you get plenty story when I never hear. How did you? How old were you when this happened?
I was it should be 17, 18, between 17 or 18.
How did you? We're going to go back to pressure. What did that do to you?
It was scary because I grew up being mommy's boy, daddy's boy, but not close. Yes, everybody could make references. He's the one he liked, but anywhere mommy goes,
Follow.
you always, if she's traveling, you go together. On a few occasions, we will not do that. So, and she wanted me to be a doctor. So, my wanting to be a doctor was because the person I love who loves me want to be a doctor. So, then she has already passed on. She passed on like 4 years before that time. And there comes somebody along the way and say, okay, you can still go to school. So that dream was still coming back. And the moment that happened, it means that all of those was gone. So you can't be this person for mommy anymore. You can't be this person. So it was scary. It was very, very scary. But somewhere along the line, auntie said, he said it on my watch, you will go to school. So that was, but that period was a very scary period. Not sure of where life will go. So, and that period also brought some kind of pressure. So what happens to me now, as it were? So that was that. I said that to say a family will bring pressure. In fact, at the time I still have, I never threw away my phone. I picked another phone. I said I wanted to go to the military. I still have it because I love the military. I love the military too.
No wonder.
So in the course of that conversation, my cousin told my uncle, my auntie's husband, my son told him that he said he wants to go to military school. We want to let him go. He had not gone to military school, stuff like this. And him being the first son, and the father listened to him. I said, okay, you know what? Remove it from me.
Is our volume still low?
The volume is low.
Is the volume still
is it
low?
Better now? Okay. He said he has not gone to military school. He's tough like this. If he goes to military school, he will kill somebody. So that was how military school left the table. Although I wanted to go to military school. Now I'm bringing all that to the conversation of family pressure. How do we handle it? Family always prepare them. They feel that
Okay, they are still saying they can't hear. Oh. They are still saying they can't hear. They are still saying they. And we're almost running. So sorry about the volume. Very sorry. We will move on it. Okay. Thank Thank you
Volume
for
is
your.
back.
Is the volume back now?
Back.
Sound. Is the volume back? It's low. The volume is back, but it's low. It's. Thank you for the feedback. Is the volume still? Is the volume still low? It's back. Okay. Mona Lisa, is it better? Is the volume better? Leave me on the altar with my father. It's back and better. Would you leave me at the altar with my father? There's an interference. Okay, it's back, but it's not very good. Okay. Thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you so much for the feedback. Okay. Receive this willing sacrifice. I am. Is it better? Corin, is it better? Do you still have the interference? Do we still have the interference? Leave me on the altar with my father. It's better. Thank you so much. Thank you so. The volume is still
I think
low.
that's a delayed response. But it's
Okay. Thank you so much. So, Pastor Derek, sorry because of the interference and all the volume problems, we're going to stretch for about 10 minutes. He, I have a question for you, Pastor Derek, on my own. Thank you. The volume is back. Thank you, Sai. The volume is back. Those of you who are watching us, would you please, we like to also hear from you. Maybe by next month, we'll allow you to phone in and we want to hear your perspective on this. Now, PD, one of the things that puts us under pressure in Africa, like they were saying, is the fact that peer pressure.
yes.
Let me begin for those of us who are women. Sometimes we feel that our problems are linked to your gender because there seems to be a large portion of your gender that has refused to make a commitment to any girl. It's okay, I will marry you. Uh, the girl will think that two of you are riding the same boat. Meanwhile, you are in another boat altogether. Thank God you're sitting down here, I just caught you now. Why do you people behave like this? Because it also puts us under pressure. Two of us are doing choir together. Let us move forward. Why do you people behave like
Okay, I speak for myself. Sometimes there's this self-imposed pressure that because I'm a guy, I'm a man, I'm male, I've come of age
Okay.
to do. Might not necessarily mean that biologically, and I don't want to be perceived as a fake guy. You know, back then, there where people are just associating, and you hear a guy will tell another guy, "You see, I saw that girl looking at you. The girl they look you, the girl, you know." So, in a bid not to be a fake guy to the person that perceived that a girl was looking at me, I'll need to want to respond. Then I will go for it and trying to start a dating. But I'm by no means ready for that relationship. So the self-imposed pressure, I come into it and start dating, and the person I'm dating is expecting that we are going to advance, not knowing that I'm not even ready. I just appear as a matured male, but every other thing I need to be ready, maybe I have not dealt with my when I arrive at the scene with my guys, the place is tough, and based on that, I just progress. So that's why I say I speak for myself, but that could be a reason where some people, the way they grew up and the way they saw people they look up to handle relationship, or the way they felt that this person I love was burnt by a lady, and they will not want to commit to that, but they will want to benefit every other thing in the relationship. But the last part is they will not want to put a ring on it because they have heard some things from social media, they have heard some things from family, they have heard something from different places, and they say, "No, I don't want to go I don't want to commit to anybody because this my friend that committed to so and so. He was heartbroken by so and so. Some is a movie they watched and they just pick up. So sometimes the movie, the experience of people put pressure on us. And above all, I think it takes maturity to date and to take dating to the next level.
Do you realize that the Nigeria we have today, that turned it like that? We are talking about pressure. 95%, is it 95%? 98% of those who have led us in this country, your gender.
Well,
So,
what is isolation?
not yet. 100, okay, someone in the studio say 100%.
No.
The pressure this country is going through. So what is it that this year
Yes, okay, what we are seeing as a national issue is actually began as a small issue, as a family issue. Because it said the man is the head of the home, so the man will have to provide. Is it not? So the man who is the head of the home, who needs to provide and provide for continuous justice for the family, needs to increase his resources, his provision, needs to keep having so that he can keep providing for the family. And as it's being perceived by the family, extended family, that he's doing well, they will expect that what he's bringing goes beyond his immediate family and begin to move to his extended family. As he progresses further, he needs to go to his community. As he progresses further, he needs to provide for his village. So the more as it's increasing, the demand is increasing. So I'm not saying this as an excuse. I'm not saying this is just what it is. So just imagine I become a commissioner, a local government chairman. Honestly, the rest assured the amount of calls I will get, and I've not been to the village for only God knows when. Trust me, it should be said my profile on social media will be updated that I am from so and so and so and so, and people start reaching out to me. So the expectation of society put pressure on the breadwinner, perceived breadwinner, to provide. So in a bid to have enough resources to provide, it could be a reason why those who have led us has come. I'm just trying to use, but some people don't. Some people are just like that. They are just cause confusion. They will no matter how much they have, how much resources they have, it will never be enough. They not because they want to give it, because they want to be seeing it. I just said have to give. That was the example. But there are people who, not because they want to give it, they just want to have it, because it's another issue of pressure. It validates their identity and self-esteem that they are. One of my favorite Bible verses in Ecclesiastes say, wisdom is a defense, money is a defense. So they feel that the more they have these resources, the more defense they have, and nobody wants to be perceived as being weak. So that could be, I want to increase my defense because money is a defense. So I need to acquire enough, so that my defense, my wall of defense can be very high, and I can control, and that is to control. I can control the people I need to control. I give them little here, little there. They have my beck and call. There's this sign of when you appear, the chairman has arrived because of the piecemeal you give to people. So that is also another one.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see that the kind of this conversation we're having. I still have another question for him before we round up. There's another pressure caused by gender. The kind of gender I'm talking about is, I don't think I should be a woman. I think I should be a man. Okay. I mistakenly came into this world as a man, and it's putting me under pressure, and I need to go through some kind of change. So, do you have anything to say on that kind of pressure?
Yeah, that kind of pressure is stupidity. It's stupidity at a level that communicates cocky ignorance.
I'm learning.
It's not only stupidity. It's even annoying and irritating. You didn't create it shouldn't be a pressure, as it were. First of all, you didn't create yourself. Before we start talking about a man and a woman, I should be a man, I should not be a woman, you should ask the question: did you have a decision to make in your creation? if you did not have a decision to make in your creation, how come now that you have been created, you have appeared at the point at the manufacturing plant, you didn't have a say. Now you have appeared and into the factory, you now have a say, and that is coming from a pressure that some set of people have been able to sell to this person or these people. It's because he didn't just wake up one morning. Someone woke up one morning and started thinking like that, as it were, and he sold it to a point where other people started believing the ideals and ideology that I shouldn't be a man, I should be a woman. Because if not that, we won't have a reason to say I shouldn't be a man, I shouldn't be, because that wasn't from me. So someone is believing a lie, and also it's coming from the fact that probably there was a level of dysfunctionality growing up, where the person's identity was not validated growing up. That's why you could not listen to someone you don't even know from afar, because you like the status the person have, you like the person's voice, you like the way the person dress. You know, sometimes when people have means, they have a way of influencing other people. When people have clout, they have a way of influencing other people. So say, I just like this person. You know, even when watching films, most times you realize that the actor, the ones people are attracted to, he keep doing that, portraying good character, or somewhere along the line they'll bring something inside, and already you have already fallen in love with this person's identity. Now you don't see anything wrong with the fact that he looks male but he's behaving like a female, because you have fallen. It didn't start, the beginning of the film didn't start like that. So you have gotten an affinity with him before that he was brought in, so automatically that will lower your standard, and you start thinking, I like to be like this guy. How did we get to this point where people wear trousers without belts? We watched it over time, and these people have doings, and because they have doings, because they make things happen. If you want to make things happen too, you also feel that to be able to make things happen, you need to wear your trousers without belts. Just that people are going about now without wearing bra. It's because they are seeing people who feel that. So to be able to also have that kind of like that.
Women, you are going about not wearing bra. In this our society, so.
Is it
not? God, Lord have mercy on us. Wow. We wish we had more time. We have to host him again. Friends, you see, as we're getting ready to round off, it's a 30 minutes program. It's just that we had some hitches. We had to stretch a little bit more. Pressure. Life will always present you a mold. You have a choice to take the mold that life has presented to you, or to recreate another mold for you. I will never talk without saying to people, until your mind comes with, that's Pastor Derek's wife, Portia, until your mind can come to a point where the impossibility starts looking very, very possible, your mind is not renewed. This is as much as we can take on this. And I want to let you know that life, we live in a broken world. Life will always present options that may break your heart or break your perspective. While you're walking on the road, you might just march on a bottle, and then you are hurt. You have personality disorder, you have addiction problem, marriage conflict. Don't let it kill you. You need to speak out. We have trained professionals who are therapists, who are counselors, who are prayer ministers, who are there for you every Thursday, that's today, to minister to you, to hear you out. You can't stay like that. Someone is there for you. You can join our Telegram community, you can join our WhatsApp community for more updates. Until when we meet again, tell your friend, tell your friends, tell people around you that we have a discussion. He's going to come back again, and this time we want to talk about inner healing. We want to talk about inner healing from what people, stories, things that have happened to people. If people have inner woundedness, where would they, is there anywhere to go to? If someone wants to commit suicide, if someone has been raped, if someone is going through anything that you are ashamed to talk about, Is there anywhere to go to in this country to talk about it? Because his organization handles these issues, we're going to bring him back again to talk about it. Family members, thank you so much for the privilege of your time and the gift of your space. We can't take it for granted. Thank you for coming. Someone said, don't you think science is one of our problems? Because need doctors that believe this. So when we come next week, we will take Egbe Peace. When we come next week at 6 o'clock, when we come next week at 6 o'clock, we're going to take this, what you have just raised. We'll continue from there. And PD, do you have anything to say to them before we sign out?
Thank you for making our time to join this conversation. A lot of people are going through a whole lot, and they are looking for help, and they sometimes go to the wrong places to get help. We want you to be able to reach out to those people and bring them here. Let's have a nexus, a conversation spot where we're able to discuss this kind of issues and people can get help, because this conversation is coming here to you because there is help attached to it. So let's reach out to a lot of people who talk to us, who we know they are going through stuff. Let's come here, let's discuss, and we're going to arrange a one-on-one service so that people can be whole and free. Thank you.
Thank you so much, PD. See you again next week, same time, 6 o'clock, not 6:30. God bless you. And from Pastor Ben, our lead coach, and from all of us here, our salute is always shalom. Bye for